Hi, ladies. Three times is a charm, right? Okay. I think I have this down pack. I don't even have to look up my. I made a tiny little list. It's so funny. So it just feels like spirit's just like so involved in this more than I can even explain. But we were on water. So I'm gonna quickly just recap why I did the gathering walk. I'm doing the elements, the four corners right now, the circle, and there's earth, air, water, fire, and all of them have relationship with each other. Um, the earth, the gathering. The reason why I start with that one is because it is a good tone to set the pace. It is like the biggest step. Um, the the whole idea of going for a sacred walk is very close to medicine walk. Um, it's kind of a little bit of both. Uh, I'm not sure how to put that in a good terminology. Everybody has their own kind of word for it, but it is walking slowly and noticing, and then walking slowly and being mindful and setting that intention. So when you're setting that intention, it makes a big difference in building those relationships. So when you walk into a natural area and you say hi, or however you wish to greet them, you might sing a song or hum a tune or just take a big deep breath and say thank you inside. Um, the one thing I did fail to mention was to leave a gift of some sort, which was, a sip of your drink, a little bit of cornmeal, tobacco, a plant maybe. Again, something that feels right for you. Maybe there's a stone or there's a ribbon you want to tie around a tree with a prayer. Um, the list is endless. This is kind of the basis of what I was trying to get through yesterday. Is I'm going to give you a few tools, but you're going to take those tools and create. You're going to create your retreat because you know you best. Um, I'm just going to give you a few little tools that I found useful along the way in my journeys and what kind of helped me out. And they're very universal. But again, just trust your intuition, trust yourself, try it out. Um, Everything takes practice. So, to water. So, as you know, it's a full moon. With all these energies, crazy energies today. And it's raining. It's a great day to collect that rain. That can be used for magical purpose and cleansing, banishing, ridding up, breaking, um, releasing, bringing to light. Those are the general areas of the full moon. You can also go to a river, lake, um, pond, natural spring, even your own tap. When I talked about making a healing lake and immersing yourself in it, there are a few things that you need to do. One, set your attention. Two, ask for their help as if they are a living being, in which water is. And three, say prayers. Say prayers and give thanks. Again, with a gift. You can sing songs, dance, hum, swim in the water. All of that is part of that gratitude. Having the intention of the healing in there is all part of it. There has been scientific basis on this. It's pretty famous. Dr. Amado, he speaks about how your words over water makes a big effect, and that he's shown scientifically the different patterns and stuff that are created with that. Let's see, water. What else can I tell you about water? There's so many things I can tell you about water. Explore it. Look into it. Find ways to play with it. Stick your hand over a creek. Sense the energy. See if you can feel that coolness without touching the water. Or the breeze. The ions in the air from rivers and lakes and waterfalls are amazing for your health. Such amazing health benefits to that. Let's see here. Let's go on to wind. Wind is good to use with your breath, with your speaking every day. Having the mindfulness of knowing that you're speaking. Singing is an amazing way of using your wind. wind as a being, working together as the being with wind. It's quite incredible. I highly suggest that if you're interested in looking into building relationships with wind. It's pretty special in the middle of a forest when you can hear wind coming up and you can hear it coming through the forest and you can turn around and greet the wind. I highly suggest that if you ever have a chance. Wind can be used in so many ways. You can send things in the wind. You can use earth elements for wind. You can use fire elements for wind. You can use water elements with wind because wind carries. So the element of wind is to carry. You can use anything like with your voice, or if you want to like put it in physical form, I suggest like let's see, I'm trying to remember the word, dandelion wishes. Those are really good. Things that carry in the air, very good. Feathers, another wind worker, goddesses and things like that. If you're into that, if you want to look into those things. Let's see here, my timing here. I'm 6 minutes. Okay. I don't want to make this too long on you guys either. I know you guys, some of you have been waiting. I apologize for that. As you know, some of the circumstances are kind of beyond my control today. I'm playing with my pendulum. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Also with wind, I'm going to bring in one tool, and that's a healing drum. Don't feel that you have to go and buy a healing drum. Something like that. You can make them, all kinds of things. You can use your knee. What I'm going to do is show you some basics to show you the different 4 elements on a drum. And you can also do this on your knee with rocks, 2 rocks, even sticks. So the middle of it, earth, it's got that low tone to it. This is wind. Sounds like wind. Rain. And then fire on the edges. It's usually very fast. If you do have a drum you want to incorporate it, you probably know all kinds of things about your drum already. The one little thing that I thought was cool when I first started working with the drum, which was only about like 2.5, 3 years ago, I decided to take like a full-on like lesson on this. It was through this lady's course here. You speak your name into the drum and your wishes, and they can carry with the wind, and your voice echoes. Oh, so much fun. So much fun. You don't have to use a drum. You can use rattles. If you don't have a rattle, there are other things you can use. I just posted a picture. I was playing around with this earlier. Let me take my glasses off here. Doing your mask. Oh, rattle. I mean, it can be so many things. Again, creative mind. Let that flow for yourself. Some grass. Let's get some sound. I have 2 pieces here. I was kind of like pretending they're antennas and bugging my kids. Yesterday I was collecting them on the walk. So anything that makes sound. I have a tom drum here to show you. I say, you know, I invite you to make noise that carries in the wind. So earth, water, air, now fire. I do believe I have my matches around here somewhere. I do behind the computer. I had to set up this little laptop quick because I figured this will work best. I try to make it all fancy for you ladies, and that. So it was funny because a good friend of mine, I was like talking with her last night, and I was saying about what I was doing here, and she was just stop having like, stop being so analytical. You know this, go. So all the other videos were like more analytical, and so now it's kind of like more, this is personal. I know this shit. Let's just do this. You know, I would like to get out there and get some things done. It's a magical night, and there's a place I want to go visit. That's a rose garden that a couple of you ladies already know about, but I'm babbling here. Yeah, 10 minutes. So yeah, matches. Fire element. So fire can be used in so many ways. But I'm just gonna teach you a little quick tool. I teach this a lot. People tend to like it. I learned this not too long ago. Was it last year? Yeah, like the beginning of last year. So, and I was like, this is so simple. Why didn't you get this? I had everything else in play, but just not this. So I always share it now because I think this is a cute little thing. So your matchbox, this is just from the dollar store. I painted it and I put little things on it. And as I did it, I had an intention. And this intention was for healing. You can make different matchboxes for different intentions. So that's up to you. And like I said, they're just plain little matches. So the last time I did this, the match broke. And I was just saying, like, there's like signs and stuff like that in there. So, so this is like a little magic wand. You take your little magic wand and you shoot your energy up to it. I'm not trying to give you the finger there, sorry. Whoop. And I dropped it. Let's see here. So, tension. I push it up to the tip of my magic wand. And I count how many times, or I take note of what happens when I strike this with my intention. So 3 times. And I like 3. I like the number 3. I see it almost went out on me real quick, so I have to pay attention to that intention. I might have to put some effort into it. Oh, now it's burning good. So since it's burning so good, and I want to be careful, I don't want to burn my fingers, and I see that's burning pretty good. If I want it to go out directly, I can go up. And if it's still not going out, see, it goes out. I watch the smoke. See my little divinations. Nothing there. Like a stick. I always say use your senses in everything that you do. It's very important because it opens up so much more. So it burnt really well after I figured out that I was like, oh, I gotta put a little bit of work into this. So that, to me, that was a divine message. So if I was lighting a candle and things like that, there would be more intentions and things back to it. So the little simple things are really important. Yeah, so little things. Don't blow your candle out. That's your energy, your wind energy. Save that wind energy for something special. Blowing out candles is a big deal in the magic community. Like on birthday cakes. It's like one of our like table talks. Or dinner talks, you know, coffee table talks. Some people talk around the water cooler about, you know, talk shows and stuff, when we talk about birthday candles and the misuses of them. So that is not the final element. The final element is you. You are that 5th element. You are the ether. You are the spirit. You are that spoke in the wheel. You're the star. That energy from you is really important. So knowing that you are a divine tool, I had my pendulum here that I was playing with. Here it is. Couldn't find it, it just pops up. I'm glad it does. I've worked with pendulums a very long time, ever since I was a teenager. They're very easy to use. They are like higher self readings. They come like right out, like right away. What you can do is find out what yes and no is and what your maybe is. So yes is, you know, what is my yes? This takes some patience. So I'll show you yes. My yes seems to be kind of like a a circle. Thank you. Can you show me the answer for no? Oh, it's already kind of skipping ahead on me. I'm using my left hand, so it's a little bit more powerful. Thank you. And that's definitely going back and forth a different way. Can you show me maybe? Okay, so it's a back and forth kind of the other way. I feel it. It's like very strong. Thank you. So it's very easy to work with. A big thing in that is, again, I think the biggest block that we have is believing it. Believing these weird synchronicities and things like that. and letting go and trusting the fact that, these things are happening. So you can either chalk it up to two things. You either have a really great imagination that's coming into play into your reality, or this stuff really works. Oh, goodness. So my mind is in 1,000 directions, but it's been an interesting day. I'm glad I got to finally find a way to come share with this. It's a little bit longer than my second video. My second video was only 13 minutes. I kind of rushed through thinking that maybe that's what it was. But I think it's just the computer. I was trying to use some different editing tools, and I'm new to this technology thing and getting used to it. Let's see, is there any bases I didn't cover? Oh, birch paper, wishing paper. I know some of you ladies use that, or just regular paper and you burn it. When you carry it in a different element, look to the element of what you're doing. So if you burn this, it's like really releasing it. Usually things that are burnt are in a very quick way, like I want it fast. When you release it in water, you can let it float away and trust, like a let go process. So again, like I said, this is, your treat is about you. You take this time, and you take your tools, and, draw out your circle. Draw out your 4, put an X in it, and then put a circle in the middle, and you're that circle. And then you can put those elements into play. And you can create your own little sacred retreat. Now, bear in mind what retreat means. Retreat means to come back and recharge, to retreat, usually from enemy forces, is when it's most used. Retreat is a timeout and a break. But after that timeout break, remember to emerge again. We really do need you in the world. We need your special qualities, your uniqueness, and your love. There's so much that we need from you, and there's so much that we know that you want to give. And I say we as a collective, because a lot of us healers and stuff like that, and all those people, whatever labels that people have, there's such a direct vastness of it, but it really just comes back down to the core center. There's magic, and the magic is us. It's in our hearts. What you feel is real, and trust that. And I hope you find ways to express it. I wish you a very safe journey, sisters. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I think I'm going to be doing more videos in the future. However, I think I'm going to partner up with somebody and maybe get taught a little bit more. I am already in a class right now, actually with one of you ladies, and learning about, working online and bringing your creative juices online. So I have to thank you ladies for helping me out. You've helped me in a big way. Me helping with being expressive online, being to a camera instead of talking to people, which I'm very much used to, is interacting with people so I can answer the questions, and I like having that relationship. I very much had to envision you ladies around and seeing your faces and stuff. I'm very visual, so that was very easy for me to manifest up. Much love, much, much love. Thank you for putting up with me. I hope that something comes from this for you. I would love to hear about your experiences. Any new ideas, if you want to collaborate, anything, I would just be all for it. It is that time and that energy. So I wish you so much love again, safe journeys, and be well.